What is up, guys? And today a new Flourish tutorial, something I haven't done in a pretty long time on AW Tricks, and I think it's very important to do Flourish tutorials because flourishing is a very important part of cardistry, and if you want to be good at cardistry, you need to know all the aspects of cardistry, and thus flourishes are very important in that to both show your skill and give a bit more effect and interest in your tricks to impress your audience, your spectators. Hence, and of course, flourishes are very fun, very cool to do, and personally, it's one of my favorite parts of cardistry. So today we're going to do a very iconic flourish, a flourish that's been in cardistry since the beginning, and probably a flourish that everybody knows. This flourish is, of course, a card spring. You probably all know a card spring. Thus, this is a very important tutorial to learn how to do a card spring. So let's get straight into it. Hold up. We're gonna start immediately with the grip. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your deck in your comfortable hand, your writing hand, or whichever hand you use, and you're gonna take your middle finger and you're gonna put it on the top right corner of your deck, like so. Then you're going to put your pointing finger next to it on the left and your thumb on the bottom left corner. You don't necessarily have to put your pointing finger next to your middle finger, but that's what I personally prefer to do. You can put it here, curled at the back of the deck, whatever suits you best. So, what you want to do with your fingers, you don't want them to overlap the cards too much, like so, otherwise you can't release the cards fluently. So you're going to want to get them in a comfortable position that is not blocking the cards from leaving your hand. Then what you want to practice is start bending the cards. If you're using a new deck that's kind of stiff, this might be a bit harder, so it's better to grab a bit of a older deck. Otherwise, just start bending it and getting used to that feel. It might get a bit tiresome on your thumb. Don't worry about your cards getting damaged. You can easily bend them back. This is what cards were made to do. Now, you also need a grip for your left hand because this is where the cards are going to be received. And of course, you don't want your cards to fly away from your other hand, otherwise the flourish doesn't look good, of course. Sorry. So, what you're going to do with your other hand is you're going to take your thumb, and I'll grab my deck, and this is what you're eventually going to end up with. It's sort of a reversed claw grip due to the posture of your fingers. You're going to put your thumb on the left side of the deck, your pointing finger on the top, pinky on the bottom, and your ring finger and middle finger on the right side. This claw grip blocks all sides of the cards, thus preventing them from flying away. And that's the most ideal grip. If you know a better grip, please feel free to use that, but the claw grip is the best to begin with, and personally I find it the most effective grip for a card spring. So let's get into the actual releasing of the cards. What you're going to basically be doing is you're just slowly releasing pressure on the front cards, letting them slowly fall out like so. When you're going to start practicing letting go of the cards, you're going to put it really close, maybe balancing it on your pinky, and just slowly letting go of the cards like so. Once you're getting used to doing it all in one time, what you don't want to have is that it's going out in clumps, which means you're doing it in like short bursts of cards releasing. When you want your actual flourish, you want it all to go in one fluid motion. When we're going to do the actual fully fledged card spring, what we're going to start with is we're going to go close to our hand, then about halfway through the cards we're going to be out here, and then we're going to go back in. This gives the ideal end result of the card spring. So I'm going to show you guys how it's supposed to look like. So we're going to start releasing pressure. Then you're going to go out further here, halfway through the deck, you come back. Okay, here we go. Like so. That was a bit clumpy. That was my bad. I'll do it one more time. There we go. Whoop, dropped two cards. Sorry. That kind of shows, of course, the necessity for the grip on your other hand. So once again, the grip on this deck, middle finger, pointing finger on the top right corner, thumb on the bottom. Slowly going to release the cards into your reverse claw grip on your other hand. You want it all to be fluently in one single time, no clumps. You want all the cards to be released at the same time to eventually go to that effect. Once again, like I said, the card spring is a very iconic move in cardistry, and it's definitely something that you want to know if you consider yourself a card person. And personally, it's one of my favorite flourishes to do because it looks beautiful, it shows your skill over cards, and it shows what you can do to, I don't know, maybe convince spectators that you know what you're doing and that you can perform a trick. And one question I want to ask you guys, which I didn't get the chance to do in the channel updates, is how many videos you guys would like per week. Right now, AW Tricks has been doing one video per week, but I could consider doing possibly 2 per week. But that is all up to you guys, what you guys want, what you guys expect. So feel free to tell me what you guys want to see with AW Tricks in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.